Welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris-Taylor show.
To go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make the change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Drastic Results, yeah, with Toni Harris-Taylor. Toni Harris-Taylor. Drastic Results, oh yeah, with Toni Harris-Taylor. Yeah.
Welcome to the Drastic Results with Toni Harris-Taylor show. My name is Toni Harris-Taylor, and I am the proud owner of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching, where I teach my clients how to get known, get connected, and get paid to make six figures and beyond, and the proud multi-unit franchise owner for Network in Action Global Partners, where I bring business owners together to build relationships that last a lifetime, and the host of the Viral Networking Conference, which will be happening October 4th through 6th here in Houston, Texas. Welcome to our show. Today, we're going to talk about doing your research, especially when you go to a new city for networking. So my guest today is Mr. Lou Rosado out of New Jersey, getting ready to be a Houstonian. And we're going to hear his story, but Lou did something very, very smart. When he accepted a position, a brand new position in a different role from where he had been, he knew that when he moved to Houston, he needed a network. So Lou brilliantly went on Google, searched networking events in Houston, brought up Eventbrite, and I kept showing up. And so he messaged me. We had a one-to-one. And the first time he showed up in Houston, he came to an NIA meeting. He is one of my best members. And it all started with him having the thought process that I'm moving to a new city. I need a network. So here is the tip for you. Whenever you travel, if you don't have a network in that city, go online, search for networking events in the city. And while you are there, even if you're there to visit family or vacation, make it a business trip by going to a networking event. So you buy an hour out of the family trip to go to a lunch, go to a mixer, so you can meet people to expand your network into that city. Isn't that brilliant? It's so simple too, but most entrepreneurs don't think about it that way. Whenever I travel, because I've spent time building a global network, I usually have friends that are already in the city. So I go into social media and I go to LinkedIn and Facebook in particular. In Facebook, you can type friends in city. So friends in Chicago. Everybody that I'm already friended with that lives in Chicago, I get to see them. I send them a DM and say, hey, I'm coming to your city. This date, I'm staying at this hotel. Let's eat. And they show up. Imagine that. So, and then LinkedIn has a filter where you can do the same thing by city. So it's a brilliant strategy to grow your network. You got to eat anyway. Why not write off the trip by connecting with people before you get there? And even if they're not available the date you're going to get there, it rekindles the relationship so you can at least get them on a catch-up call to learn more about what they have going on and how you can help them. This strategy has served me immensely. And when I was really intentional about growing my global network, this is how I did it. When we come back, we're going to meet my client, my friend, Mr. Lou Rosado, the fee-based financial planner, and he's going to talk about his business, but he's going to also talk about what drastic steps he's taken in order to be successful in his business. We'll be right back with Mr. Lou Rosado. Welcome back, Mr. Lou Rosado Jr. Welcome to our show.
So good to be here. This is huge for me. This was a goal I set for myself last summer. So for it to finally come to fruition, put the work in, and here we are. Here we are.
I am so happy to have you. You're just an amazing person. And did you hear me tell your story at the beginning?
I did. As far as I'm concerned, Tony, we're good. You said everything that needs to be said, right? There's nothing more I
Well,
can add. Thank you so much. Good night.
Nope, because I want to talk specifically about who you are and what you do and how you got there. So let's go ahead and start with who are you and what do you do?
Lou Rosado Jr. I am a financial advisor that uses my license for fee-based financial planning, which is a slightly different approach to the industry. Work for a flat fee as opposed to commissions, so I can work with more people than the average financial advisor can. I like to say I don't care about how much money you have. I care about what you want to do with the money that you do have. Currently, as you stated, residing in New Jersey, although I did live for 1 year in Houston. Phenomenal, amazing, so warm and welcoming city. And when I say warm, I don't mean temperature, that too, but just the kind-heartedness, the open arms, unbelievably overwhelming. I can't wait to call it home.
Yay! You actually posted on social media that someone in your network invited you to their house. You sent it to your wife, and she was just overwhelmed with the warmness of your network.
Yes, man. That word family, family's got nothing to do with blood, and a little bit off the beaten path conversation right now. But I mean, it is and it isn't, right? Because it all came from networking, right? You're just meeting people. And yeah, to get a text message from someone whom a year and a half ago I didn't even know, to say, hey, listen, I'm having this function for family only. So you and your wife are welcome. It was just like, oh my God, screenshot, send it, babe, look at this, so it's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah, when you network the right way, which Lou, you've done, even though you are new to all of this because you came out of corporate, you are so passionate about helping other people that you instantly make that connection. And that's what truly networking is all about. Now, you are a fee-based planner, and I used to be a financial advisor, and it was commission-based. So what's the difference between commission-based versus fee-based?
Yeah, so when you're commission based, there's generally a minimum requirement that you've got to bring to the table to know the way to put it, right? Be worth their time. It could be upwards of 150, 100, 200,000. Fisher Investments is 400,000. Give us a call. I'm not in those circles, right? So I don't know that many people that have $250,000 of discretionary income that they can bring to the table like that. Um, so being a fee-based financial planner, we can give you access to the same tools, the same information, the same education, and treat it as such, a step-by-step process to teach you everything. And then you can make your own decisions once you're educated and informed Now you can make decisions about your financial future, retirement, college funds for the kids, life insurance, health insurance, on and on and on. Anything and everything with a dollar sign in your life will educate you on. And then you can make your own decisions. It's not me telling you what to do. It's you telling me what you want me to do for you. And we
Okay.
do all that for a flat fee.
So I want to really break this down.
Yeah.
You basically diagnose people's financial situations for a flat fee so that you're not directing investments into products that pay you a higher commission. So if somebody needs to, for instance, work on their children's education first versus their retirement, and you can do that because regardless of what the retirement product would have paid, you can start where the people need the most help.
And it's the financial advisor and you talking, right? Because there's very little money in 529 plans when it
Right,
comes to commissions. So
right.
yes, you're full disclosure on that, right? Yeah, you're absolutely right. If that's something we need to address first, that's fine. If it takes 10 meetings to educate you, that's fine. It takes 20, that's fine because I've got the flat fee, right? So I've got as much time as you need as my client to walk you through that whole process. Yes.
So you've got a story that put you on this journey. Let's hear that.
So, very, very troubled childhood. Went from poor to broke to middle class, lower middle class ish, right? So to get to a point in my life where we're able to pay bills, and everything is okay. We're getting by exactly, but slightly better. That was a win for me, and I was stuck in there without knowing I was being stuck. And I didn't know I was stuck until we registered my son for college.
Mhm.
That was so. I know I'm blessed with the fact that I look young, right? I'm well aware of that, but I'm 46, right? My son is now 22. So this was 6 years ago, registering him for college, and we're going through the process. And she's asking me questions. We're in the financial part of the process, and I didn't have answers. I didn't know what she was saying. It's like she was speaking a foreign language to me. Do you have an IRA, 401k, 43B, 457? I'm like, what are all these numbers? What are you talking about? What's happening right now? And from feeling like, my son is about to go to college, which up until that point in time, I hadn't done. So that was a win for myself and my wife. Left there, Tony, just feeling dejected. Like, what am I doing in life? This is not where I'm supposed to be. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do, but I know this isn't it. So did a year's worth of soul searching. A year later, I registered for school. In just under 2 years, I got my associate's in general studies, my bachelor's in business management, operations, and logistics, my state licensing for life insurance, and started the process to get my securities license to become an advisor. And that stems from that situation and then wanting to learn more about finance, but I didn't have a lot of discretionary income, so nobody would teach me, right? So that was left with, YouTube and Google and, the local water cooler 401k
Mhm.
specialist in the office, right?
Mhm.
So now being on the other side of that fence, when people ask me, who's your ideal client? Who's your best referral? Me. I'm always on the lookout for people that want to know and want to do and want to have more control over, but don't know where to start or think that financial advisors are for rich people, etc. Like, no, that's not the
Right,
case.
right.
That's not the case at all. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what led me to where I'm at now.
Awesome. So he took a situation where, for lack of the better word, he was ignorant about the financial world. And instead of remaining there, he started to educate himself. And now he found his passion for helping educate you. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about the questions I ask all my guests. Um, how has networking helped you? And what's the biggest drastic step you've ever taken? We'll be right back with my guest, Mr. Lou Rosado Jr.
Is your current brand and marketing strategy not working? Do you feel stressed, frustrated, or stuck in not getting the exposure or engagement you want? Do you need the help of an experienced and knowledgeable team that can get you the results you desire?
We are Goodall,
Hill,
and Wallet,
your creative brand and marketing strategists.
with over 30 years of combined experience, we help your brand to stand out, to attract and engage customers, and grow revenue. Take our free brand and marketing assessment quiz on our site.
We deliver your game plan,
help you to have a healthy mindset about your brand,
and with your winning team to help you deliver results.
We are GHW, GHWmarketingstrategy.com.
Those are your friends.
It's so cool. I've seen these commercials before. I didn't know anybody. Now I'm like, oh, that's Mr. Limbury, and then there's Sherry, and then, yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I think that is awesome. All right. So first question: how has networking helped you grow your business?
That I'm pretty much unrecognizable from who I used to be just a year and a half ago. So as you stated, right, I reached out to, I did some Googling and doing some research, see what's going on in Houston and where I can kind of find my way, right? Coming from a world where I didn't have to network. And now at 40 some plus years of age, I need to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So looking, I saw you and then you again and you again. I said, I need to know who this individual is, So I reached out. And it was, I sent an email, I believe it was like on January 2nd, and January 3rd you replied, and January 4th we met. It was just like bang, bang, bang. I said, all right, that explains why she's 1, 2, and 3, right? No games.
She's
Yeah.
serious, she's
So
serious for sure. I remember our first phone call too. And I liked you instantly. And I don't think we did Zoom, because I think we just picked up the phone, and I just was like, oh yeah, this guy is my kind of guy. And then when you were coming into town, you reached out to me and said, I'll be there. And I happened to have had a NIA meeting that week. And that's where it started to snowball.
it wasn't even that week. It was next day. I got to Houston on like a Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm walking in like, hi, remember me? I'm Lou, and you were like, yes, Lou, stand up, tell your story. Okay.
And
Lou.
that's what I do, by the way. You're just going to be put on the spot because we're all there to serve each other. And I think you found your tribe. What you think?
Yeah, 100%. And that is even an understatement. Again, just so warm, so welcoming, in every capacity, personally, professionally. I spoke to somebody for 30 seconds that day. And she said, I have someone that you need to meet. I said, okay. And she made the connection. And he and I have been doing work together ever since. And that took
guys,
all of 30 seconds.
I'm telling you. Now,
yeah.
Let me say this. Part of it is who you are and how you show up. So you showed up. First of all, you look the part. It doesn't help that you look good physically. I told him I never met a Puerto Rican that wasn't beautiful.
This is
and
true.
So I love that culture.
You're gonna make me blush right now. Yes,
I know, but I just love that culture. If I could, make myself a certain culture, Puerto Rican would be it. I'm telling you. And so you showed up. You looked the part. You have good energy. You, even though you didn't have a network really to share with people, you were asking the questions with the intention of, I'm going to be a connector. And so you did the right things out the gate. You all, if you're watching this, please pick up this information, because he did his research. He showed up. He was presentable. He had an energy of, even though I'm not quite there yet, I want to help you when I can. And because of that, he received a connection he's still working with today, a year and a half later. So great lessons in that one short story. Okay, so the second question is, what's the biggest drastic step you've ever taken in business?
In business, networking wise, or just in general?
Just in general.
In general. So I had remember the life insurance seminar that a webinar that I did. I reached a point where I established enough buzz to do a webinar, and I wanted to be uber safe about it, right? I wanted it to be in in uh in a webinar style where you don't necessarily have there's no chat, right? So you don't have no idea. You can be the only one in the audience. You may be one of a million. You have no clue, right? And just real conservative, right? I was afraid of being the only person online.
I remember that.
I told my Zoom producer, I said, listen, it could be an audience of one. So pay attention because you may learn something about life insurance, right? And you and I had lunch, and he said, no, baby, that's not what you're going to do. I said, okay, so what am I going to do? He said, you're going to have a regular old Zoom. You're going to have it open, and however many show up, but you're going to do what you do. I said, okay, you haven't steered me wrong thus far, and I told you I'm going to rock with you, right? And we went and had about 15, 18, somewhere around there, which is perfect. I was looking for 15 to 20.
Yep.
Want mass chaos, right? But I did want a substantial turnout, and that was perfect. And it helped with regards to branding, right?
Yep.
Helped with regard people who had life insurance and were still good to go showed up, learned a little bit more, asked a few questions, and then I start getting tagged on posts. Hey, this is Lou, the guy I was telling you about. Now I get a DM from a person I never even met because of someone who was on that Zoom, right? So it just spidered from there.
Viral, would you say?
Yes, man, right? Went viral. People, yeah, there it is, right? And yeah, it's just been incredible ever since. And that was so risky, to be on Facebook Live, the whole 9 yards. It could have been an audience of myself and my Zoom producer and my wife, right? Yeah, she was there
Right,
too.
she's
So
always gonna be there. But
she's
let me
always
say
gonna be
this
there.
about that because I remember that. I remember
Mhm.
that day. Number one thing is the Zoom producer is my daughter, Morgan Batiste.
True.
So if you're doing virtual events, contact Morgan. So Morgan came to me and said, so Lou wants to do webinar style. And I was like, what is that? Why is he doing that? She said, he's afraid nobody's going to show up. I said, I got him. I said, we're doing lunch tomorrow and we're going to talk about this. And we did lunch. And sure enough, I said, you got this, Lou. And you then the venue he arranged didn't work out at the 9th hour, like 15 minutes before he was supposed to go on air. And he had to pivot to another venue next door, but still they didn't have good Wi-Fi. He had to set up. It could have imploded, but you were drastic and it turned out phenomenal. So here's what I'm getting ready to tell you, brother.
It's fine. Bring it on.
You got to repeat that.
Yes.
So in order to get more traction, you actually need to be on a webinar schedule monthly. Same content, but you got it because when those people are on your webinar, they're hot, they're ready to refer, and they can bring more people. But the only way you're going to get more traction is to do it often. So we'll pick a date when we get off of this call for the next one. And you got this. You got this. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tell everybody where to get in contact with you, how to get in contact.
Yeah. If you're not on Facebook, you're not alive, right? So wide open on Facebook. My page is public, open to the public. My email address and direct contact phone number are scrolling right there. I literally get, I would say, 2 to 4 DMs from random strangers on Facebook. It may be just a question or two. Other times they initially will lead to initial consultations. But yeah, Facebook, and then email or phone direct. Shoot me a text message. I respond, and yeah, we can rock out.
And he's also a speaker. So the other drastic step he started to doing as a result of coming to the Viral Networking Conference is speaking. So if you're a part of an organization, he loves working with women. So you're part of an organization, women, men, diverse organization, Hispanic. Also, if you're part of a church group that has maybe some business mentoring, that kind of thing, hit Lou up. He's engaging. And it's not salesy. He is educating, and he's just doing, he's incredible. And so I can vouch for him. And he's also licensed in how many states?
Licensed for securities in all 50 states. For life insurance, I'm in 7 states. I think I just got Colorado just last week. So that one's buttoned up.
Yeah. And then he can get licensed in whatever state for insurance he needs to. So hit him up. Network with him, do a one-to-one. He's amazing, and he can help you to grow your business or grow your life with your finances. Thank you so much, Lou. I appreciate you.
Toni. Thank
when
you.
we
Thank
come
you so
right
much.
back, we will have my closing thoughts.
Let's get drastic, building relationships to get you known, get you connected, and get paid.
All right, we are back. So I am so grateful to Lou for showing up and for seeking me out before he even knew who I was. He didn't realize, but maybe God knew. Well, not maybe, he knew. He knew that Lou needed to be with the networking queen. And so I am so grateful that he chose to work with us and become a part of our family. All right, I want to remind you of the Viral Networking Conference, VNC 2023. The conference is up and you need to get registered. It's already an international conference because we have registrations from everywhere. And as I've said more than once, if you want to grow national, you have to go national. So check out the registration page at VNC 2023. Make sure you get registered. It's October 4th through 6th. If you need to fly in, you're going to fly in on the 3rd, and then you can leave the evening of the 6th or the 7th. It's going to be amazing. I know you've got to make arrangements for children and parents and all of that. That's why I'm giving you plenty of time and notice, but we will sell out. So grab your seat. If you cannot come to Houston, then you can do online, the virtual access, but it's nothing like being in the room where it is happening. And if you register as let me change my language. When you register as a VIP, you will have access to VIP seating, VIP eating, first in line to eat, and then a VIP party, the Go Viral in Your PJs party. So you don't want to miss this. Everybody leaves my events with connections, appointments, collaborations, and partnerships have been formed out of the Viral Networking Conference. Confidence to Speak has come out of the Viral Networking Conference. $100,000 connections have come out of the Viral Networking Conference. But if you're not there, you won't be able to partake of all that we have going on. So don't hesitate. Get registered, VNC 2023, and then figure out all the details later. I appreciate you watching us. Sharing is caring. So please share this show. Tell people about Toni Harris Taylor, the networking queen. People are struggling in their business, and networking can solve those pains. This is Toni Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow, and we will see you next week on the Drastic Results with Toni Harris Taylor show.
With Toni Harris.